Good morning, one and all. Dear students, in last lecture we have seen about Newton's first law of motion, second law of motion, and entire syllabus also we have seen. Today we discuss about the same topic, mechanics. In that mechanics, we are discussing now Newton's law of gravitation. Gravity, whenever the word gravity we heard, then small g comes in front of us. Are you agree? What is this g? You are well known. So now we discuss Newton's law of gravitation. See in this figure. Here there are two objects, M1 and M2. They are apart by r. I mean, distance between their centers is small r, or in books, some books it is given capital R, no problem. What is M1? M1 be the mass of the one object, and M2 is what? Mass of the other object. So these two bodies with masses M1, M2, they are separated by distance r. Here F and here F is showing. This body M1 is acting a force on M2, and M2 is also acting the force on M1. Then what is the relation of these forces with these masses and the distance between them? This we are going to see in this law. I mean, Newton's law of gravitation gives us the relation between the masses of two bodies and distance between them. Similarly, see this figure. Here M1 is what? Mass of one body. M2 is what? Mass of another body. And there exists a force between these two bodies having mass M1 and M2. Distance between their centers is again suppose r. Then this force exerted between these two bodies is F, and it is proportional to what? The product of M1 and M2. This figure you see carefully and think it. What is M1? M1 is the mass of one body, M2 is mass of another body. And if the product of their masses M1, M2 is taken, then the resultant force acting on these two bodies, that is force, is proportional to the product. Here you see now one body having mass M, other body having mass capital M. Or you suppose this is the earth and this is the object on the over the earth. Mass of the earth is capital M, mass of the object is small m. Distance between object and center of the earth is suppose again r. Then as per this figure, F is nothing but product of masses. Here F is nothing but the F is proportional to the product of mass of the earth and the mass of the object over the earth. And here it is given r square in denominator. What it stands? It stands for the reciprocal of, I mean, F and r are in inverse variation. I mean, force is inversely proportional to distance between their centers. I mean, square of the distance between the centers of the two bodies. Are you agree? If we remove the proportionality sign and if we take a constant, that is suppose G, capital G. Therefore, F is equal to what we are getting? G M, I mean small m capital M upon R square. Where small m is mass of the object over the earth, capital M is mass of the earth, R is what? Distance between the center of the object and center of the earth. And this G is called as gravitational. Remember, what is this capital G? It is a gravitational constant. And this G is also called as gravitational constant, I mean universal constant. Yes, we have seen the relation between force and the masses of the two bodies and the distance between their centers. That is F is equal to Gmm upon R square, where G is, capital G is Newton's gravitational constant, Newton's universal gravitational constant, and its value is fixed irrespective of the shape and size of the body, irrespective of the nature of the object, irrespective of the mass of the object. Whatever may be the mass of the object, whatever may be the size of the object, whatever may be the nature of the object, Newton has concluded, he has declared that G is constant and it is universal constant, and its value is 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11 Newton meter square per kilogram square. And this value is fixed, it is constant, hence it is said to be what? Universal gravitation constant. Why it is called as universal gravitational constant? A universal constant of gravitation? Because its value is same for any body, I mean any nature of the body, any mass of the body, any time, any mass, any nature. So irrespective of the nature and mass of the body, this value is fixed. That's why it is called as Newton's constant of universal gravitation. Here we have seen Newton's question was, if the force of gravity is being exerted on the objects on the earth, then what is the origin of the force? Then surely what? Newton's realization at that time was that this force must come from the earth. Later on he realized, he came to know that this force must be what keeps the moon in its orbit. This force is nothing but the force which keeps the moon in its orbit. Then let's turn towards the statement of law of Newton's law of gravitation. Newton's law of gravitation states that every particle attracts every other particle in the universe with a force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. Like this, product of masses and distance between them is like this, that is all. Inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. So easily you can remember this statement. You remember two bodies having mass m1, m2, having masses m1 and m2, and they are separated by distance r. Then easily you can state this statement. How? Every particle attracts every other particle in the universe with a force. In order to attract, force is required. With a force, that force is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between their centers. So here it is given F is equal to G into m1 m2 upon r square, where F is attractive force. G is gravitational constant, Newton's gravitational constant, universal constant. R is the distance between their centers or centers of the two bodies, two objects. M1 and M2 are the masses of the two objects. Already we have seen in previous slide. This is a general physical law derived from the empirical observations by what Isaac Newton called inductive reasoning. Now let's turn towards these terms again. F is the attractive force between two bodies. G is called as gravitational universal constant. R is the distance between their centers of the two objects. M1 and M2 are the masses of the two objects. You see now. Now in today's language, this statement of Newton's law of gravitation is stated like this. Every point mass attracts every other point mass by a force along the line intersecting the 2 points. The force is proportional to the product of masses, product of 2 masses, and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. You see here, this is the picture. Here, this is the earth. This here it is shown by big size is earth and small size is another object, whose mass is small m and mass of the earth is taken capital R, capital M, and R is the distance between center of the earth and the body above the earth. If suppose you see body is on the earth, not over the earth, it is on the earth, then distance between center of the earth and the body is nothing but radius of the earth. Are you agree? Then weight of the body or force acting on the body is given by F is equal to G m by R square. But this relation G capital M by R square is nothing but your gravity. Acceleration due to gravity also we can say to this. Therefore, weight is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity. Weight is nothing but m into g. And g has direction in downward direction. That's why this weight is said to be vector quantity. So g is the acceleration due to gravity at the Earth's surface. R is the radius of the Earth. M is mass of the object, and capital M is the mass of the Earth. If the object on the surface of the Earth, then the mathematical equation is given by this expression. What? F is equal to G m by R square is equal to m into G. Let m be the mass of the Earth and m be the small m be the mass of the object. Distance between their centers is nothing but radius of the Earth is capital R. Then this relation is nothing but this relation between mass of the Earth, mass of the object, radius of the object is nothing but this, which we have already seen. That is G m by R square. G capital M by R square is nothing but small g. That F is equal to small g into m. Mg we say, m into g. This is the force exerting on the body which is on the surface of the Earth. Now you see, we have already seen the relation between m and R. So this is about Newton's law of gravitation. So remaining matter we discuss in next lecture from this chapter, unit number 1, mechanics. Thank you, one and all. If any questions you have, you can ask or you can please